A stands for access. First thing we got to think about if we are trying to reach out to other people is how are they going to access what we're offering? All right, now accessibility, this concept means language. How we say it is important. This means location, where services are offered, absolutely important. This also means time, when we offer services are integral. Who are we supposed to be building programs and initiatives designed for young people? Who do we build them around? Us, as the staff facilitator of said program? Or do we build it around the participants of the program?
Funders.
Thank you. The actual answer is funders. I'm not even kidding you. The actual answer is we build our programs around funders. And you know what? No more. No more. So, I remember after working with these young people, getting relationships with them, and watching time and time again as staff that were well-intentioned, that loved these kids, got either burnt out, stressed out, and had to move on. And for 4 years, I was a freak. People only stay in that organization for 1 year, if that. If you last 1 year in that organization, you are a champion. Somehow, the little shit Michael lasted 4 years. And at the end of that 4 years, I would not leave them. I would not leave Christian. I would not leave these young people that had become so important to me. But I had no choice. My job was gone. So I stepped away. But you know what? I couldn't stay away because I would sign on to Facebook and then I would see an update from one of the kids. And I would like it. But you know what? Liking it just didn't feel good enough. Do you know what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to be like, hey, high five. That's the right way to do it. Social media, liking, yeah, I guess it's cool. But that's not the same thing as face-to-face interpersonal acknowledgement of the accomplishment and successes that have taken place. And that's what I was missing. I'm the staff. I'm not supposed to, according to professional standards, I am not supposed to emotionally invest myself in participants of this program. It's unprofessional of me to do that. And I got shit so much when I was working at that organization. They're like, Michael, you finish your work at 11 o'clock. Stop working at 11 o'clock. And I was like, I don't think so. At 10:30, if a kid calls me and they're like, Michael, I need to go to the hospital, guess what I'm doing? I'm taking the work van, I'm going to pick them up, and I'm taking them to the hospital. And I'm staying at that hospital with them until they're ready to go home, and I get to drop them off in the work van. That's what's going to happen. Did I get in trouble a lot? Oh boy, yes I did. Do I advise you guys to behave in that way to your employers? Definitely not. Do I advise you to stand up for your young people when employers are trying to tell you not to? Heck yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what our young people need. Sometimes they don't have the words or the communication skills to make their message accessible. So what's the second thing that I learned? Once we're accessible to these young people, well, we got to give them stuff. Resources. What is a resource? Hey, look, I got a resource right here. This water bottle is a resource. How do I know that this is a resource? I can hold it in my hand. When I leave this program, I can take it with me. Wouldn't that be funny if I just kept it? Anyway, but a resource is a physical thing I can hold in my hand. Bottle of water, resource. Marker, resource. Food, resource. Bus ticket, resource. Honorarium, resource. Get the picture? Resource. So, once they have access to these resources, now the real work begins. If you happen to get amnesia when you walk out of this room today and forget absolutely everything that I said to you, remember this. Programs do not change people. Programs are a mechanism. Relationships change people. It's sincerity. And guess what? Little kids, they're like bullshit detectors. They know when you're being real. They know when you're being fake. Sincerity. build a relationship, know their name, know their family history, know where they're coming from, know what they like, know what they dislike, know what their gifts are. These are all things that we can do because we do it all the time with our friends and our family. So don't tell me you don't know how to do it. I know you know. Let's use that skill when we're working with young people as leaders in a program or an initiative or in a job. And once we have that relationship with that young person, everything just falls into place. Opportunity. Once I have a relationship with you, I know what you're good at. So I'm going to create an opportunity for you to share your gift. If you're good at talking, hey, guess what? We got a place for someone that's good at talking. Oh shit, we don't have a place for someone who's good at talking. Let's make one real quick, right? We got to work on the fly all the time, especially when we're working with young people in inner city areas. But this opportunity is, it has to be a meaningful opportunity. We cannot be giving our young people token opportunities. Come and be the token child on this committee. Except when you talk, we're never going to listen to you. That's an example of a bad opportunity. Don't do those ones. It's called token, and it's not good. How can we make these opportunities meaningful? Well, it's a meaningful opportunity if that young person participating benefits from it, and me as the adult or the organization or the program also benefits. All right, so participating in these opportunities should be a mutually beneficial experience for organizations and participants. That's how you know it's a meaningful opportunity. Because now we're asking these participants to help us make the program better. And they're having now an element of control over their environment. And if we can create opportunities for young people to feel like they're in control, even if it's like our after-school program, maybe that's the only place in their life, in their whole existence, where they're in control of something. Let them make the rules. Let them put their artwork on the wall. Let them decide or make suggestions of who the guest speakers or activities are going to be. Giving them that control. When they turn 18 and CFS kicks them out on their ass with $400 and says, hey, you're on your own now, you're an adult, get out. It's my hope that the programs and initiatives that you folks have been involved in, and I hope initiatives like the Bell Tower prepare our young people to deal with the real world. Instead of, like university does, encouraging our kids to stick their heads up their ass and learn. Because without that practical application, I don't have confidence in the institutions and systems around us if we don't have a place to apply it. And it has to be immediate application. If I learn something in year 1, and I wait 5 years till I graduate, and then a 6th year when I'm actually working to implement it, am I going to have a fresh memory? It's like the French immersion story that was shared at the beginning. You got to keep yourself fresh. Professional development, always learning. Always. And especially learning from your youth participants. They'll tell you what works and what doesn't work. And if you don't know what kind of opportunity they want, here's the secret. Ask them. Hey, what kind of opportunities do you want? You guys are noticing the blunt way that I'm talking to you? That's literally the way that I talk to these children. I mean, maybe that's bad. But I behave in the same way, I think, always. Whether I'm talking to a group of you guys or talking to a group of kids. Like, I'm pretty much always the same person. But again, consistency, integrity. I am the person that I am, and I will always, I'm kind of stuck this way. But it's that consistency that I want to role model for other young people, so they can see it's okay to be a activist in your community. It's okay to challenge whole systems and institutions if they're not working for yourself or your brothers or your sisters or your peers. It's okay to do those things. That's what I hope my example can do to young people. And so, opportunity, part of engaging young people in a good way is creating a respectful environment. And this concept of welcome is very important. Our young people need to feel welcome to ask questions, welcome to make mistakes, welcome to try new things, welcome to share their gift. Our young people need to feel welcome, like they're a part of it and they built it. So then, when something is successful, i.e. this initiative that you guys are the guinea pigs for, Now at the end of it, guess what we get to say? Look at what you did. You made us all successful. Thank you. You get to do that, and kids love it. Kids love it when you tell them, when you blame them for success. Guess what? All this awesome stuff just happened, and it's all your fault. What kind of acknowledgement is that? That's fantastic. I don't remember getting acknowledgement like that when I was growing up. Until I started speaking up. Until I started speaking up. Until people started saying, hey, look, there's a, well, I say rebel. I'm sure the teachers had a different word for me. But that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to speak up. Okay? And our example is the support. We have to offer support. Once they have access to resources, we get to build a relationship with these young people. We find them opportunities to share their gift, make sure that they know that they're welcome, and then we support them as they leave us and move on with their lives. And this is like the, I'm not a parent myself, but this is what I imagine it's like to be a parent and having an 18-year-old child, Kona, and having to let them go after, like, wait a minute, I carried you for 9 months, I fed you for 18 years, I housed you